You know the feeling. That stress about whether you will be successful at something and that worry about whether someone would approve of you or not. But here's the strange thing about a social fear like that. You could be perfectly safe sitting exactly where you were earlier, yet the body has taken up a physical defense position. Hi, I'm Jean-Pierre Claude and welcome to The Further Shore. Here we learn together to embody peace, joy, and love. And one of the greatest barriers to embodying that peace is what we are discussing today, which is fear. Specifically, we're taking a look at the fear that presses against our sense of self, because that isn't a very evident fear. It's not like you're seeing a snake and having a fearful reaction to that, which is very clear where it arises from then. The fear here flies a bit under our awareness because we feel the aversion or the pain or the discomfort, but it's not always easy to see the root of it. Think of our painter who has every intention to paint, but keeps finding reasons not to begin. We mean to act in line with what we say we value and what's important to us, but instead we often end up rather reacting to the feeling of unpleasantness or fear that arises. And that means that we are taking steps that aren't really lining up with where we intend to go. So I'm sure that we all had those experiences where we can feel fear creeping in, even though we are physically safe. But if we were physically safe the whole time, what is it that actually feels threatened? Let's see if we can find an analogy for this. Think of your online profile, like on LinkedIn or Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Most of us would agree that if something were to happen to that profile, if it got deleted, we won't stop existing. It won't be our death if it was deleted. So most of us would have to agree then that the profile isn't actually us. But even though this profile isn't directly us, it can still hurt if that profile attracts, say, criticism or hurtful comments. And the same goes for things that we make, like a book that we write or a song, or really any piece of work that we put our name to. Physically, we can be safe, but because of the attention that that profile attracted or how it was interacted with, can still hurt as if we are facing something directly. Now, why is that? One element of this is the biological drive that we have to feel secure socially. And that's really because we're part of a socially evolved species. For thousands of years, we were safe when we were accepted by the tribe. The other element of it is that somewhere along the way, we've built an image of who we think we are, or who we think we are supposed to be, or where we think our value lies, how others would see us and see us as being valuable. And we extend this built-up image of who we are or who we're supposed to be into the things that we create and into the things that we own. But whenever something falls under that banner of I, me, or mine, it becomes vulnerable. It can be threatened, hurt, or lost. So where is it, this self that is so easily hurt and that feels so insecure? All of the cells of our bodies are replaced constantly, and our moods come and go like the weather. Our thoughts are changing all the time. And even the you from this morning or last night doesn't exist anymore. It's now a memory that's bolted on to the consciousness, the awareness of this moment. We defend something so fiercely, and yet when we go and look for that stable, fixed self, we can't really find it. It's a bit like trying to point to an idea in your mind. Now, the whole point of rethinking I, me, and mine isn't to stop being human or to stop living life fully. It doesn't mean that we stop creating or buying or interacting with others or caring about them. It doesn't prevent us from taking action or moving forward. What we are saying is that we can do all of these things and be active participants in this world without holding things in that tight grip of me or mine. So if something needs changing, we can still change it. If we feel like we need a new environment, we move to the new environment. If we see something that needs addressing, we can still address it. The difference is that we now act with intention and not from attraction and aversion or bracing and reaching. And that means that we're acting with clarity and not in pure reaction to what is, whatever enters our experience. So the next time that you feel that discomfort arising, or the unpleasantness, or that wave of fear, call it out for what it is. Bring the light of your awareness to it. What do you sense? What do you feel? And then turn and look and ask yourself, who is laying claim to this fear and this hurt? Where is the fixed self that we've constructed that is now fusing with this feeling of unpleasantness or this fear? Who or what am I defending here? And you may find, just as I keep finding, that the vulnerability always sits in that constructed image of self, in that sense of I, me, or mine. But when we look carefully, we can't really find a static owner behind all of it. If this message resonated with you, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to The Further Shore so you don't miss our next discussion on embodying true freedom. I also share further contemplative pieces like this every week on the Further Shore newsletter. It's free and it would be great if you can join us there. The link is below. Until next time, take care and remember to be kind to yourself.